Hello again, everyone. We are Gaming by Gaslight, and welcome back to another episode of Curse of the Dead Gods. Before we jump on in, let's actually have a read of these various challenges. I figure we'll work our way from top to bottom here. Receive Fulmination, Death's Rampart. Ranged enemies are everywhere, and you are in their sights. Your cursed shield might save you with a single parry. That sounds exciting. The temple can be the greatest enemy of all when its traps come alive. Any contact with a trap may be deadly. Cheat death with its powerful relics before it takes you. The darkest explored. Dark souls know when to embrace darkness. Flee the light as it makes you more vulnerable than ever. Find refuge in the shadows by taming fire with your dark powers. Fire purge. Fire takes control and all you know what? I like the fact that there's some fire in here. I really do. Anyway, stick to your raging torch or darkness will relentlessly kill you. Beware. Okay, so if I'm seeing these are kind of like opposites. This one you want to stay in the dark, this one you want to stay in the light. Wear the fulminating temple, it will burn all its occupants to ashes. When death calls, it is only a matter... Do we just start off on 5th curse? The clock of life ticks, slaying your foes will only delay it. Your body craves for speed and murder, can you handle it? For golden blood, the craving is absolute when the basic needs must be appeased. You start at death's door, blood and gold are your only sources of substance. So, if I'm understanding that, do I start at like 1 hit point and I heal and gain gold every time? I'm gonna go with bullet hell this episode, because I have a feeling the other way will result in my... Wow, that's a lot of stat upgrades. I have a feeling that the other way could result in my untimely demise, and also 2 minutes in. And we're only just now getting started. But you know what? That's okay. Well, I hope it's okay. Oh yeah, I gotta check what do I got here. Okay, so we do double damage, but we take double damage, and we can also reflect projectiles back. Which means I should actually make an effort to, you know, do that at least once. Or alternatively, I can just smack everything with my shield until they die. I'll take that. I mean, either way works. Oh, that was pretty sweet. I was actually about to ask, how do I parry again? But it's literally the same button as in Dark Souls, so... Playing these two different games will not completely mess me up. So, yay, I guess. You know what, I like that. I like the mace, but I think the claws might serve me better. Well, assuming, of course, I can't, or assuming, of course, I ever feel the need to use them, given how amazing... Ah, balls. I had to try, though. I mean... I'm gonna die here. I'm trying too hard to parry. Because I want to look cool on TV. And by TV, I mean on YouTube. But all it's doing is costing me precious money that I could probably better use on other things. Alright, let's see here. Oh, and I mean, this could just be random luck here, but it looks like I can't get anything to fill that secondary weapon slot. So, I guess this is what we've got here. And also we're gonna get a little corrupted. Please don't give me the healing for gold thing. Temples, oh no. That's almost as bad. My hated rival. The automatic rhythmic gyrating spike. Well, you know what, I managed to at least reflect 1 or 2 balls back at the enemy, so you know what, I'll count that as a win. Oh god, why? Why, Gaslight, why? How did you survive that, you foolish fool? I actually have no idea how I survived that. I guess the temple gods love me today. And I, for one, love the temple gods. So, you know, it's a big old mutual love in here. And that's not a bad thing. Alright, stat me. Would have preferred dexterity, but a little health, a little more gold. Does not hurt. Though I guess I should be careful about this. All these stat upgrades. This is the most stat upgrades in a row I've ever seen. Like 4. 4 in a row. It's crazy. Ah, my old nemesis. I mean, it really shouldn't be such a big deal to me, but it is. And I shall always hate rhythmic gyrating spikes. For truly, there are few things worse in this world. But, you know, you gotta learn to live with these things. And frankly, we're on a bit of a hot streak right now anyway. You know, we've won pretty much every run for the last little while, including one run that I probably haven't posted yet because of some rendering difficulties I was having for reasons beyond my understanding, except for the fact that, as you may know, I'm kind of like running some diagnostics trying to figure out what I should upgrade on my computer, as something seems to be going on it. It's either the CPU or the GPU. Or both. You know, actually, it could just be the GPU. And, I'm trying to think to myself if this even makes sense. If the GPU is not enough to do all my, you know, all the graphical processing, if the CPU would end up picking up the slack. I feel like that's a true statement. But, it's, you know what, it's one of those things. If you don't keep up with your studies, and by studies I mean, you know, actually just remembering basic stuff about your computer hardware and how it all works together, you, yeah, you use it or you lose it. Of course, then again, we do live in the 21st century. Why bother remembering anything when the internet can remember it for you? That's a terrible life lesson, by the way, my friends, but I remember a couple of years ago seeing like something, like some kind of study showing that the existence of the internet actually is changing the way our brains, like, not just how they work, but like their actual like physical put-togetheriness. Like, how was it described? There was like something that our brains are actually getting better at finding information, but they're getting better or worse at actually retaining it. Which, you know, I guess that does make a certain amount of sense. If we've reached a point where, you know, you can literally be just about anywhere in the world and have all of human history and knowledge combined at your fingertips, and in a lot of cases you also have access to actual experts. I mean, there's, you know, you can go on various forums and things and that are, you know, dedicated to just experts who talk on what they know and share with people who have questions. Like, oh, what is it? There's a couple of like subreddits that's basically like their whole shtick is they ask historians. I think that's what I'm thinking of, and bad history. Those are some memory serves, some good Reddits where you can actually, you know, talk to people whose actual job it is to study history and learn, you know, kind of separate, you know, like bad pop history and you know, BS conspiracy theories and stuff like that that's like masqueraded as real history and so on and so forth. Good place to go if you want some sweet, juicy, sexy knowledge. If memory serves correctly, anyway. But of course, you know, the biggest difficulty in, well, early 21st century life that no doubt people will be looking back on in the future and going, geez, how did those people do it? Is the fact that we have all this access to information, and, you know, there's still BS conspiracy theories and just outright lies. And people who know they're lying, and they're still passing the stuff off. Like, maybe I'm sounding a bit too, like, you know, self-righteously, you know, morally indignant about that, because that's not anything new. You know, that's like, con artists have existed pretty much as long as there have been people to con. And sadly, you know, especially in places where they don't teach critical thinking skills from an early age. I don't know why I tried to... I wasn't really trying to block it, I just... Well, I don't really know what I was doing. I just kind of held up my shield as if that was somehow gonna... That was somehow going to stop them. I'm also all the way down to half health, so that's, you know, not exactly a good thing. Oh, and I'm only at the first boss fight here. Well. How are we doing for time, anyway? We're actually not doing terribly bad. Not terribly good, but not terribly bad. We've got a couple of curses on hand. What one would I want to get rid of? Is my question to myself. Yeah, there we go. Little of that. I shouldn't be ignoring this jaguar over here. But I felt like I could safely ignore him for at least a little while. Oop. Oh, that is pretty boss right there. Just reflecting his own... And killing him with his own javelin. That is the sweetest reward of all, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll do this, because, I mean, there's not that many gold urns out there in the world. And sure. Let's continue the trend. Okay, that would have been a lot more useful before this boss fight, but, you know, it's the thought that counts. I guess. I should probably heal myself, shouldn't I? But why heal myself when I can get a relic? And that mystery room, because we all know I'm going to go to that leftmost mystery room because it's on a path that has like 3 stat upgrades in a row. And how can you say no to that? And frankly, it's only Jaguar God at this point in my life that scares me. I mean, those twin jokers, they don't scare me. Oh, that was sweet. Okay. Would have preferred if that went to dexterity, but, you know, I always prefer if it goes to dexterity. Though I must say... Also, you know what? I'm gonna get rid of these heads. These annoying, flame-spitting, talking heads. Well, they don't talk, but, you know, they might as well talk. Yeah. But you know what's actually, like, getting back to this whole, like, conspiracy theory pushing stuff? You know what's really bad is when you actually have, like, someone who is supposed to be a trusted authority figure pushing BS conspiracy theories. And I know what you're thinking. Gaslight, are you about to start some kind of real-world rant that's possibly going to touch on real-world politics or something? The answer is no, I'm not going to do that, because, frankly, I think we all know the sort of people out there in today's real-world climate. I mean, what's worse is all those people trying to push that this COVID thing is not a... You know, don't get into the real-world topical issues. Gaslight, you're only going to bring yourself down. You're going to bring the viewers down. I mean, come on. We're here for a good time. You're right, Gaslight. I totally shouldn't do that. That's why you shouldn't read the news right before sitting down for a recording session. Just straight up +9 dexterity. This is going to be my last chance to really get something. Well, depending on what that mystery room is. Well, the weapon could also be something good. And +9 dexterity. Actually, you know what? That could change things. Ah, what the heck, let's go for it. Why not? Who cares about health, right? I mean, yeah, look at that. I mean, I did drop my health a little bit there, but it's all good. Anyway. The important thing, I guess, is, you know, get your information from trusted experts, not, you know, celebrities. Alright, you know what? You've coaxed it out of me. I'm gonna do one real-world thing. I was reading an article, I think it was last week, like, it's about, the situation down in the U.S. Like, you had, who's that, like, Dr. Fauci, I think? He was, like, on Fox News or something. He's a good doctor, by the way, from what I understand. But anyway, what was it? He was, like, he was on to help, like, dispel some of the common, oh dear. Some of the common, myths about this whole situation, which, you know, is probably good. But, I guess apparently someone didn't like what he had to say, because then they had frickin' Note the time of that, 16 minutes in, I'm gonna have to censor that. Dr. Phil, a psychiatrist, not even a licensed psychiatrist. He lost his license at some point, apparently. He's a celebrity TV frickin' psychiatrist. And they had him there. Anyways, I'm gonna, as you can probably tell, I'm just gonna anger myself if I keep going on about real world issues here. But like, why? 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 Why are celebrities given as much, if not more, credence than actual experts in, you know, the field of their expertise? It just angers me sometimes that, you know, we live in a world like this where we have access to so much information and people continue to insist to believe in total bullshit. Also, again, remember, it was sometime back at 16 minutes. You've got to censor yourself there. Ah, boy. But, you know, that's the world, man. And if you go into a fit of self-righteous moral indignation over every stupid thing going on in the world, so, well, you're never... I should have taken the spear as well, by the way, so that I could heal myself in a more effective manner. But anyway, you know, you're not going to have a good time. And the key in life, I mean, it's not always about having a good time. Sometimes you gotta be putting on your old serious hat and going, hey, there's stuff that's not right out there. But, you know, this is not the Gaming by Gaslight solves world hunger and poverty and injustice channel. This is the, or, no, wait, let me start that one again. This isn't the Talking Politics and Social Issues by Gaslight channel. This is Gaming by Gaslight, so yeah. You can tell I haven't been getting out much due to this whole COVID thing. Going crazy. By the end of this, I'm gonna be like just full on like conspiracy. I'm gonna be what's his face? That guy from the Aliens meme. You know the one I'm talking about. You know that guy? Anyway, that's where I'll be. Except instead of aliens, it'll be like social injustice or something. I don't know. Just picture me as some crazy person. You're pretty much, you know, 9/10 of the way there. Anyway, that tirade over. Let's return to our regularly scheduled programming here. So we are close to death. That's well, we're closer to death than I would like. We also have the lovely situation that we have here. That was silly close. Oop. Well, that was not good. All right. At least every time one of these is actually a critical hit, we heal a little. That's true, isn't it? That is true. Okay. Oh, I should have been using these claws the entire time. Because, or at least once we get enemies under 30% health. Don't really know why I did that in retrospect. Well, I mean, I guess the extra health doesn't hurt. I can't get rid of this shield, so we're going to be taking double damage no matter what. And you know what? I should have been fishing for a relic that limits the amount of damage we can take in a single hit. That's what I should have done. Oh well. Lesson learned for another time. You know, we're just keeping things extra spicy here. There we go. I mean, we're healing like 2 health per hit. But, you know, that is health I wouldn't have had otherwise, so might as well take it. Gold offerings remove corruption, don't really need it, but don't not need it either. So that's a thing. Oh boy. You know what? Some April Fool's Day I should actually do that. Pretend to rebrand the channel as like some kind of political commentary thing. But then again, if you're gonna do an April Fool's thing, you should actually have like a funny punchline to that, and I can't really think of what the punchline to me pretending to be a political channel would be. The punchline is there is no punchline. There you go. Oh god, what am I doing? It was a nice thought, thinking that I could just walk over those spikes with no harm, but didn't really pan out, did it? For the raw damage, that would probably be better. Oop. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, it's the spear. This is my chance. My chance to get a weapon that's gonna have more guaranteed healing. I mean, relatively speaking, it's not that much. How close am I to the end? What the heck. I mean, I don't want to die, so I'll take the spear, but I totally should have stuck with the hammer. Just for the fun of it. And frankly, I mean, I haven't really used anything. Oh god. Oh god, that was bad. That was really bad. Not the worst, but still exceptionally bad. Please stay away from me. Well, the plus side is I am actually getting my health back. A little bit. The downside, of course, is had I been just a little more careful in the first place, we wouldn't even have to worry about our health now, would we? But then again, you know, thinking about it, especially now that I've decided to pick up a spear. Excuse me a second. I'm losing it completely. Just felt like adjusting my microphone randomly, and instead I just knocked the pop filter out of place, and... boy. Gaslight, gaslight, gaslight. Oh dear. Come on. Oh no. Oh no. That wasn't a great place to be. Wasn't the worst place to be, but, you know, definitely could have been better. Probably... Did we... Oh. That was a close one. Closer than it really had any business being. But I brought it on myself, so... Gotta live with these things. Right, so as long as I don't get hit too many times... Oh god! What are you doing, Gaslight? Okay, roll out of the way. Didn't need to do that. Would have been fine without it. But you know how it is. Sometimes it's better to be cautious. Okay, that's also nice. I don't think I really... you know what? I don't really care about corruption. Corrupt me all you want. See if I care. Maybe I should care. What have I done to build up this much corruption this quickly? Right, getting hit repeatedly. Nope. Well, there we go. Oh god. Easy does it now. I still got hit by that. That is incredibly disappointing. Alright, where are you, people? There's more of you, aren't there? There's always more. Wow, I'm actually kind of surprised that worked. Alright, I've got to be honest. The whole enemies appearing out of nowhere is actually kind of bumming me out a little. Having said that, you know, if I play my cards right, I can actually heal myself back to full health just off of all these enemies here. I mean, I wouldn't feel right about it. You know, abusing game mechanics like that. But then again, you know what, I think I healed myself enough. And that actually worked out really nicely, didn't it? And we still somehow have... It's got to be the shorter the run, the more money you get. Just as a balance thing. But then again, no, I guess at this point in a run, I do normally have this kind of money. In fact, if anything, I would probably have more money. Ooh, this is a new one. Sulfurous barrels. Explosive barrels have an increased explosion radius. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Oh, and it's actually boss fight time. Well, what do you know? Alright, I could have done better with that. Ah, you keep getting in range so that I can't hit you with a good critical hit. Oh, what are you doing? There we go. There's the sweet critical hit side know and love. Oh, that could have gone poorly for me. Aha! Eat it, sucker! So the lack of critical hits are a bit less nice. But hey, look at that. Look at us now. Yeah, you light yourself on fire. See if I care. Also, you know what? I just kind of have to stop and interrupt mid-flow here. I could actually be doing a lot more damage if I... Am I actually stun locking you? The answer is not really. It would be safer. And actually, in retrospect, I'm not 100% convinced I was actually doing that much more damage. The guaranteed criticals really are what sell it. Don't know why I just stood there. But I did, and we have somehow survived despite playing kind of poorly on my part. I guess that shows how good I am-ish, or just how powerful our setup was. In any case, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to hit that like button, or maybe leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you're thinking, and I will see all you in the next video.